Good morning, Meteorologist Ryan Hoke here with your Sunday morning edition of the Hokey video blog. Hope everybody's off to a good start. It is a chilly start across wave country. You're going to need the jacket this morning. We're talking 50s outside the city. Are you kidding me? It's late June and we've cut the humidity like that. It's a pretty good day to get out and enjoy it because it's something that we're not going to see very much of as we go throughout the rest of this week. Outside now, satellite radar view combined showing us the clear picture. A few clouds off to the northeast. A few of those showers and storms off to the northwest. Those will affect us after midnight as just a few showers, so no big deal there. Temperatures, the most impressive part of the morning so far, still 53 in Paoli, Indiana at this hour. Folks out in Frankfort at 62. We're up to 65 here in the metro as of 8 o'clock. 50s down to our south as well, upper 50s from Campbellsville down to Columbia. Here's how it works out on Futurecast. We're up to 78 by 12:30 this afternoon. Mostly sunny skies prevail throughout much of the day. We'll start to work in a few clouds after dinner, though, around 6, 7 o'clock. Temperatures top out in the lower 80s here in the city. There are those aforementioned showers. They move in after midnight into our western counties. The shower chance does get better as we go toward the Monday morning commute, unfortunately. Not everybody's going to get wet, but we do at least have some scattered showers that we will be dealing with. Maybe a downpour or two, but at this time it looks like just scattered showers for the morning. Depending on how late those clear out, how much time between then and the afternoon will determine how strong the storms do get for the afternoon. A few of these strong storms trying to fire up during the afternoon. Futurecast isn't jumping up and down about them. Some of the other computer data we look at a little more optimistic with storm development. We'll have to see how that goes. It seems at this point that the marginal risk that has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center is a pretty good bet at this point. Maybe some gusty winds, small hail at the very least. It doesn't look like a huge deal. Nothing like Friday, thank goodness, but if things do clear out earlier in the day, it could amp up chances a little bit. So that's why we're keeping an eye on this. They may issue a slight risk somewhere in that little kidney bean-shaped risk area of the marginal risk there as we go throughout the next 36 hours as things become more coherent in terms of the severe weather risk for us. As far as the next week or so, we're under this cool pattern right now, and this cool pattern is going to be moving to the east a little bit. This is this trough of low pressure that's settled over pretty much Hudson Bay and that's centered right over us, but it'll move east as we go throughout this week, put us on the periphery of the cool air mass, the trough, and then the big ridge of high pressure out to our west, that big hot ridge giving folks out in the southwest some nasty hot weather. I talked about yesterday on the blog how this is kind of like a winter-like pattern for us, and what I meant by that was the last two winters we've had a very similar pattern where we have this trough over the eastern half of the nation. The jet stream kind of sets up on the southern edge of that, and you get these disturbances that ride along between the two air masses, the hot one out to the west, the cool one out to the east. With this northwest flow, we get these disturbances moving in from Canada, and that's going to trigger for us numerous rounds of thunderstorms as we go throughout this week. It'll also keep temperatures down somewhat because we do still have some influence from that cool air mass off to our north and east, so do expect those temperatures to stay in the 80s. No 90s in sight yet, especially as we head toward Independence Day, although temperatures will be trying to swing upward just a little bit during that time frame. You'll see that in the 7-day breakdown, which I'll show you right now. Temperatures, of course, staying around 81 this afternoon. We've got another risk of severe storms as we move throughout our Tuesday. I don't think it'll be quite as widespread, and that's why I put a 40% chance on that. You'll see a lot of Indiana cut off from that one, as we do have some of the energy moving to the south. Not as much of a trigger around here, but still, it's a marginal risk, and it's something that we'll watch out for. These used to be called C-text risks, and we didn't really even mention them on air, but now that they do have kind of a name assigned to them, we at least just mention them. It's not a big deal. It's just a chance for a few strong storms, maybe a warning or two. I wouldn't really worry about it. Wednesday and Thursday, those are better chances for storms. Could see some heavier rainfall out of these. Really, over the course of the week, we may see 2 to 3 inches of rain across the area in select spots, so it's not going to be a huge flash flooding event, but we could see a warning or two, flash flood warning or two issued from that as we go throughout these rounds of storms here, because the ground is still saturated from what we had going on there on Friday, when, of course, we had the flash flooding, we had the damaging winds, and as we go throughout the latter portion of this week, I do think the storm chance does ease a bit. We'll be moving an area of low pressure out of the area, so that should ease our Friday storm chance down to a 30%. I do have a 40% chance of storms for your Saturday. That may be a little too high. We'll have to see how that works out. I'd rather be cautionary than optimistic here at this point because so many folks had plans. So we'll adjust that as necessary through the week. But partly cloudy skies look like a good bet. High temperatures in the mid-80s just in time for Independence Day. Not too bad there. No 90s, no stifling heat and humidity in that forecast. When you get that going into the month of July, I think that's a pretty good deal. All right. For now, that's meteorologist Ryan Hoke here, and I will be back for Wave 3 news at 6 and 11 this evening. Be sure to join me then. I'll have an update on that Independence Day forecast as well as your 14-day breakdown. We'll see you then.